Sorry, I'm just fine. Will you be my? Would you be my? Well, are you gonna be my Ver? You wanna be my Valentine? Yeah, that's you. Wanna teach me how to doggy? You know what? Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Will you be my Valentine? Oh, this man nice. Hi, good morning. Where are you watching me from? You're welcome to my live video. Yeah. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. So on my WhatsApp group, I'm having general um on my WhatsApp group every year there used to be Valentine connection every year. So I always pair both gender together to exchange Valentine gifts. So if you are pair, you can actually meet your match and exchange gifts. And if not, to me, Trinity, you're welcome. Mary, you're welcome. This is Mrs. Fatima, and happy Valentine in advance. So, on my WhatsApp group, we always have Valentine pairing every year. And once you are connected, you are expected to meet your Valentine partner and exchange gifts. So, if you like that person, you can start a relationship with him or her. You can ask her out if you like her. And if not, you can just exchange gifts and you can become friends. You're welcome. Mary, you're welcome. So, how are you preparing for Valentine? This man nice. So, will you appreciate it if someone actually gives you a flower like this? This actually smells nice. You can put it at the corner of your house for Valentine, or you want something different. So, I'm streaming live on both YouTube and TikTok. On my YouTube now, we are having 15 viewers. On TikTok, we are having one. TikTok's what's going on? What is going on? So you are welcome. If you are watching me, this is Mrs. Fatima from Nigeria, a professional matchmaker, private relationship investigator, tour guide from Nigeria. You're welcome. Titanic, what are you talking about? Have you seen me before? We've never met. So after meeting you last night in your dream, Engineer Sam, you are welcome. This is Mrs. Fatima, and I'm streaming live from Ibadan, Nigeria. I am a professional matchmaker, a relationship coach, private relationship investigator. If you need a relationship in Nigeria or abroad, but I always safeguard everyone. Yeah, I know you're just kidding. So I always try to protect everyone's interest. I do not connect those who are just looking for a client, please. If you need something serious, not just looking for a client. What I mean by something serious is serious, real relationship. I have a relationship Coach. Ari, you're welcome. Imole, you're welcome. Emmanuel, you're welcome. Frima, you're welcome. Titanic, where are you watching me from? What's up? And please, if you're watching me, try to follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So today, I just want to bring one topic. And in the comment section, I want you guys to drop your comments. I want you guys to drop your comment, ladies to drop your comment, and guys should choose someone from the comment section. So the topic I want to actually talk about today is how much should a man have in his bank account before he can propose to you? So ladies, how much should a man have in his bank account before that man can propose to you and you're going to say yes? You're welcome. So ladies, if you are watching me right now, drop your comment like, okay, I feel a man should have at least, let's use dollars. I'm not going to use naira because some are watching me from abroad and they don't understand naira, but everyone understand dollar. So but we are going to use we are not going to use Nigeria as a, let's just use generally as an example. Whether you stay in the USA, Canada. Thank you, David. Thank you. Please follow me and stay tuned to the end of this video. So how much do you think a man should have as a woman before he can? Wow. Gaduz, you said 5 million naira. Is it 5 million naira or $5 million? Someone on my TikTok said 5 million naira or dollars. Wow. Well, if it is 5 million naira, it's not a big deal. 5 million naira is just like, let's say, 5 million naira should be around maybe $3,000, right? It's not a big deal. It's not that much. So naira, okay, it's still cool. So how much do you think a man should have in his bank account before he can propose marriage to you? Ladies, drop your comments. Men should choose a lady from the comment section. You know, something like, some ladies will be like, oh, he doesn't need to have a specific amount in his bank account, even as much as he's a good man and is trying his best to provide for me, then fine. David, you're welcome. Like, you watched my video yesterday, right? You were here yesterday. Thank you for joining again. So how much should a woman have? Do you think? Thank you for the love. TikTok, thank you. I appreciate that. So drop your comment in the comment section. Men, how much do you think as a man you should have in your bank account before you can think of marriage? Do you have a specific amount of money in your mind which you think you can have as a man before you can think of marriage? Or it doesn't matter? In as much as you are working, you know, there are some people, they are working but they don't have savings. It's not everyone that are working that have savings. Some are working, they don't have savings. Some are working but they are investing with their savings, with their income. Currently, some are working but their income is not enough for them to save, so they spend almost some are even running into debt after spending their income. Some have nothing left, you know. And then as a man, you just feel like you are aging, or my mates are getting married and I need to get married. What do you think? Do you have a specific amount in your mind which you think you can have before you can get married? Gados, thank you. I really appreciate you for the love, like, comments. Thank you. So do you think a man should have a specific amount of money? I'm still going to talk about this, but let me hear from you. What do you think? In your country, what is the standard of living in your country? How expensive is it in your country? And you know, marriage comes with a lot of responsibility. So if you want to get married in your current country right now and you need a partner, and how much do you think you can have in your bank account as savings, and you feel, okay, I think now I'm financially good to get married? So ladies, how much do you think you can have? And men, how much do you think you can have? Ladies, how much do you think a man should have before that man should propose to you? Do you think accepting a man proposal should be based on his bank account? Do you think before you can accept a man's Do you think before you can accept a man's proposal, he needs to have a certain amount of money? Or do you think it doesn't really matter? In as much as the man is working and is doing fine, then it doesn't really matter. So drop your comments. Let's go. Let's go. Lukman, you're welcome. Titi, you're welcome. Gades, you're welcome. So how much do you think a man should have in his bank account before he can propose to you? Men, how much do you think you should have in your bank account before you can propose to a woman? So let me just drop my own view about this. You see, when it comes to making money, let's use Africa as an example. When it comes to making money in Nigeria, a lot of people are earning below average. That is nothing but the truth. In Nigeria today, a lot of people are earning below average. If you are earning 100,000 naira in a month, you are still earning below average. If you are making 200,000 naira in a month, let me use Nigeria as an example, because I live in Nigeria and I understand how the economy works here. But if you are in USA, let's say if you are earning $3,000 in a month, you are making below average. I don't know, but my thoughts anyway. So in Nigeria of today, if you are earning anything below if you are earning anything below a moment please. If you're earning anything below 100,000, 200,000 naira, you are still earning below average. But there is a way you can actually cut your coat according to your size. And that is the problem we are having, and that is why we are running into financial problem. People don't want to cut their coats according to their size. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not going to accept any requests on TikTok for now. They are still having lecture. So if you are watching me, this is Mrs. Fatima, a matchmaker from Nigeria. I connect both home and abroad. So I don't know. I'm I'm not used to TikTok yet. I don't know how I set this thing on my screen, and it's just showing and it's disturbing. So TikTokers, I don't know how I will remove it. Maybe after this video, I will try to remove those words. So I feel you can see me clearly and you can hear me. If that is the case, then we are cool. YouTube. So someone dropped a comment and said, I don't believe money should be the most important factor when proposing to a woman. Even without money, a man can still propose to a good woman. Thumb up for you. That is a very good comment, which I actually love. So let's just go straight to the point. So the topic is, how much should a man have before he can propose to a woman? Like, how much should a man have before he can propose to a woman? And men, how much do you think you should have before you can propose to a woman? So the key point there is that in a country like Nigeria, most people are earning less than average, and everyone who are of marriageable age wants to get married. The pressure the youths of nowadays are placing on themselves is just too much, and is making it difficult for marriage to take place because of the pressure. It's just too much. If you are watching me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok, drop a comment, and stay on the line. We are having a very important Mr. Lukman, thank you. PJ, thank you. Shimmery, you're welcome. Thank you for liking my video. I really appreciate it. So money should not be the key factor when you are just getting to know someone. Money is actually important in every relationship, but we are now taking it upside down. Relationship is now getting upside down, and we feel money should be number one key factor. So okay, so money should not be the number one key factor, but before you can propose to a woman, you must be working. Okay, you must be working, and not just working. Your income must be able to provide for you and one more person. Okay, so it might, if you have a like a job and your income is consistent, you might not really have much savings. It doesn't matter. sometimes God bless some people even after marriage. They might not have much when they are just getting married. Even while having they might not have much, but they are not suffering. Even if you are not rich, try to avoid putting yourself in a situation whereby you put yourself into poverty. You might not be actually be as rich as, and social media is actually doing a lot of damages as well to marriage, because people like celebrities and people that are actually acting like celebrities are posting stuff on social media that is making everyone to think like everybody is rich. But that is not the case. Everyone, like, people are posting things on social media, a lot of flashy things. Some will even rent a car just to make their followers feel like they are rich. So some will make video in a house that doesn't belong to them. Fake life is just too much online, and most of our ladies now feel like this is the norm out there. Lord Daniel, you're welcome. Abiola, welcome. Bro, hey, you're welcome. Mosihas, you're welcome. PJ, you're welcome. Stay on the line. We are having a very important topic about proposing to a woman. How much should you have? Yeah. Paj, Lord Daniel, Abiola, how much should you have as a man before you can propose to a woman? Then, Juzamatu, I know you are a woman. How much should a man have before he can propose to you? Drop your comments. Drop your comment. Let's listen. Let's hear you. Oscar Frank, I love your comment. So let's keep talking about that. So social media is actually portraying things that are not real to people out there. Before the existence of social media, people are living their life and no prayer then. Everyone, and if you have much or you don't have much, no prayer. But since the invention of social media, there's a lot of prayer out there. Everyone wants to live a life of a celebrity. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants to display to the world that I have it all. Meanwhile, it is all lies. A lot of what people display on social media are all lies. You're going to see a kind of proposal like, oh, it is for content. Some of these things are just for content, just to create to bring people to, like, not real. You see couples on social media acting like, oh, I'm the perfect couple, me and my husband, we love each other, we are the perfect people, we don't, everything on social media. So when it now comes to the reality aspect of life, we want to bring what is happening on social media to the reality aspect of life, and that is not going to work. And that is why relationship, marriage are not built on just pure love and honesty, because everyone, relationship and marriage is now getting transactional. That's nothing but the truth. It's getting transactional. So when it comes to what you should have before proposing to a woman, I would say you don't need a specific amount of money before you can propose to a woman, but you need to have a, like, average source of income before you can propose to a woman. It's either you have a business that is moving, or you're working and you're earning salary, and your salary is enough to rent you a small apartment, furnish it, and feed you and your wife. Now, when it now comes to a woman, how much should a woman have before she can think of marriage? She doesn't need to have a specific amount, but as a woman, you have to be working. You have to be working. Even if your husband is a millionaire, you still have to work. Work, you don't only work just to make money. You work to also make your mental health active. Do you understand? You might be doing something that is not really stressful as a woman, but you have to just do something, be productive. Most men nowadays, they don't, even rich men, they don't want a liability. You can hear what Regina Daniel's ex-husband said. He said, I like her because she's young and productive. This is what men want. They don't just want a woman they will put in the house and you demand for money for hair, money for pants, money for this and that. And even if your family needs something, you still have to ask your husband, like, my family needs this or my family needs that. So men love it when the woman is productive. Okay? Now, when it now comes to how can I how can I run my home and I'm not making much? You can be making 100,000 naira and have a family. But before you do that, try to have a side hustling business, like have something you can add to your income that will boost your income, because marriage is expensive. Okay, marriage is expensive. Raising a family is expensive, but you can run it. You can do it. So that is why you're welcome, Alabi, you're welcome, Black, you're welcome, Gifted, you're welcome. My name is Adetupe Fatima Titilayo. I'm a professional matchmaker from Nigeria, and I connect people both home and abroad. And connection I make based on compatibility and interest. Okay, so when it comes to raising a home, when you marry somebody who loves you, who is productive, the problem with some people is that they are having too much expectation when it comes to finances. You see a woman who will be like, I need a man that can take care of me, buy this for me, I need a rich man and all that. And you're going to see a man who is going to fake it, just to get hold of that woman. Then after marriage, things will go north and south. So the expectation most people are having about marriage is just too wide. Okay, you don't have to, when it comes to uh, monetary aspect of it, you don't need to depend on anyone as an adult. You don't need to. Even men are doing it. Men will be like, I need somebody that I need a rich woman, that is finding it hard to get a husband. To get a husband. I'm a good man and all that. Marriage is deeper. Marriage is more than that. Okay, for you to keep sailing the canoe of marriage for years, ask those who have been married for years, is not an easy task. It needs a lot of patience. It needs a lot of understanding, communication, and all that for it to work. So, ladies, cut your coat according to your size. If you don't have money for human hair and all that, you can just do do something simple that that. But the pressure is just too much out there. The pressure to compete is just too much out there. So the topic is, how much do you think a man should have before he can propose to a woman? And woman, how much do you think a man should have in his bank account before he can propose to you? But let me even ask you, because I've been off the market for a while now. I don't know what is going on in town anymore. I'm now let me say I'm a hold cargo now. But let me ask you a question. When you are dating a woman, do you used to disclose your income to her? Like how much you earn or how much you have in your bank account? When you are dating a woman, do you used to disclose that to her? Let me know in the comment section. Do you used to tell your woman, like, okay, I'm making this figure in a month, or this is what I make, or this is what my business actually was? Do you used to tell a woman, or you just, and even when you are married, is your wife aware of your income? No. Okay, so how will a woman know if you are financially doing well or not? Okay, maybe based on your car, your house, and let me ask you another question. Do women used to ask you when you are trying to ask them out, like you are trying to ask a woman out? Do that woman, like, have you ever experienced it whereby you are trying to ask a woman out and she asks you, okay, I've heard you, how much do you make? Have you come across such women that ask you when you're trying to ask them how much you make? Maybe they want to consider you based on your income or something like that. Let me know in the comment section. So that's funny. So when a woman asks you how much you make, what do you usually tell her? Like what used to be your usual response when a woman asks you how much you make? Do you used to tell the Nikki's, you're welcome? So if you are just getting to know a man, do you used to ask the man how much do you make before you consider if you should date the man or not? And men, if you are trying to date a woman, she used to ask you how much you make before she can consider dating you or not? Let me know in the comment section. God Power, you're welcome. So if you are dating a woman, do you used to tell the woman like, this is how much I make, or this, your woman used to ask you how much? Yeah. So that is why I said marriage is now transactional. Relationship is now transactional, and everyone just, my boyfriend got me this iPhone 16. That is what is in vogue now. And if you are not like, oh, my boyfriend bought me this Gucci bag, is that not what is in vogue now? What is okay, let me ask you a question. What is the relation? What is going on in town now? What is common? What is in vogue? Those of you that are very active in town, me, I'm not active in town. I'm active at home. So those of you that are actively in a relationship, what is in vogue? How do relationship take place? What is the fun aspect of a relationship? How do you do it? So when you're dating a lady, and okay, another question I have for you guys. I'm trying to know more about what is going on in a relationship of nowadays. Another question I want to ask you is that if you are dating someone, you're just getting to know her, then you take her out on a date, maybe for the first or for the second time, and you get talking. Or let's say you are on a date. If you're on a date for the first time, COs, GOC, you are welcome. You are welcome. We are talking about relationship. So if you take a woman out on a date for the first time, and tell me, what red flag have you encountered in your experience of taking a woman out for the first time on a date? What have you experienced? I've in my experience talking to people, I've seen someone who said the guy refused to pay her money. You know, you took her on a date, and she had something, and the guy did not pay. She ended up paying. So, what is your red flag when you take a woman out on a date for the first time? Will you be my Valentine? You and you. So, so what is your red flag when you take a woman out on a date for the first time? What is that usual red flag? Is it when she order for something expensive? When she talk too much? What are the things a woman can say in her first date that will make you like, kind of, I don't think I can meet this lady again? What is your experience so far when you are on a date with a lady for the first time, and you just, after that first date, you just conclude in your mind that I'm not gonna meet this lady anymore? Like, this is a turn up for me. What happened at that date? What happened? Is it like she requests for something, or she said things you don't want to hear? What are the red flags? Afa Sufi, you are welcome. Abubakar, you're welcome. Andrew, you're welcome. Joe David, you're welcome. On YouTube, my YouTube for subscribers, please, if you are watching me, my name is Adedupe Fatima Titilayo. I'm streaming live from Ibadan, Nigeria. I'm a professional matchmaker, a relationship coach, private relationship investigator, and tour guide. So before the end of this video, I'm still going to read out the profiles of some of my members, which I'm working on. So you might actually be interested in my service as a matchmaker. Feel free to contact me on WhatsApp, or give me a call. I'm always available. Like, I'm an active matchmaker, and I'm always available to serve you better. So back to my question. You are just meeting a lady, and you are on a date for the first time. Then after that date, you just have it in your mind like, I'm not gonna meet this lady again. What happened at that date? What went wrong? What was the problem? Did she order something you don't like? Or so what is that red flag in your relationship that make you be like, I'm not going to meet this person again? What happened? And ladies too, what is that red flag you usually encounter in your relationship, but that makes you feel like, I'm not going to meet this guy again? what happened in that relationship. Share your experience with me. Thank you. I cannot pronounce your name. TJ, but let me say TJ on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. And happy Valentine in advance. How are you planning for your Valentine? Where are you? Are you planning for Valentine? Where do you want to spend your Val? Do you have a Valentine partner? Or you want me to give you a partner now? Tell me now. Do you have a Valentine partner or you want me to give you a Valentine partner? Do you need someone? Are you single or you are married or you are engaged or you are searching? Drop a comment. Let's see. So what is that your red flag? That thing, like red flag which you always encounter when you are just starting to be in a relationship with someone. So let me read some profiles that are coming to my mind to you when it comes to matchmaking. But before I read this profile to you, if you are joining my life and you are single, don't stroll. You are joining my life and you are single, don't stroll. Stay on the line. You cannot be single and you are strolling. You cannot be single and you are strolling. Remember, 2026, we are in February. Before December, if you are joining my life and you are single, stay on the line. But if you are joining my life and you are married, still stay. You can have a brother or a sister that will match into any of my profiles, which I want to read out now. If you are joining my life and you are single, stay on the line. You might actually meet your wife or your husband through my platform. If you live yeah, thank you for your comments. Yeah, a lot of people do not believe in Valentine too. Valentine is every other day is a blessing to me as well. But we have some that celebrate Valentine, and that is why we are here for them. So if you are joining and you are single, stay on the line. But if you are joining and you are married, still stay. Okay. So let me know first of all, let me know where you are watching me from. It will help me to know if I have your match. Where are you watching me from? Nigeria, where in Nigeria, USA, where in USA, and on TikTok, do we have I might read a profile to you that match into a family member. It might not match into you, it might match into you, but you might have someone that actually so first of all, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Fatima. I'm a okay, you're in London. All right, cool. So my name is Fatima. I'm a professional matchmaker from Nigeria, and I connect people both home and abroad, both Nigerians and non-Nigerians, with a lot of marriage successful story. I'm not God, but I'm trying. So when it comes to matchmaking, a lot of people do not understand the meaning of matchmaking. Matchmaking is the connection of two people together for a serious relationship that may probably lead to marriage or to companionship. So, and when you are in a relationship or you are married, do you know that it actually helps your mental health? Not just in a relationship,